25, Jacob Markstrom. From the Pittsburgh Penguins, number 35, TRISTAN JARRY. From the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 31, Frederik Andersen. From the Winnipeg Jets, number 37, HELLEBUYCK. From the Calgary Flames, number 33, David Rittich. From the Washington Capitals, number 70, Braden Holtby. From the Tampa Bay Lightning, number 88, Andrei Vasilevskiy. And from your St. Louis Blues, number 50, Jordan Binnington.
Okay, so if you were watching the warm-up here, you noticed that these goaltenders warmed up with about 5 muffins from every player on the ice. So they're not in an ideal situation, as Jacob Markstrom said. But if you're going to handicap this, the best thing to do would be handicap it based on shootouts. That's all we have right now. And based on that, Andrei Vasilevskiy is second all-time in save percentage amongst goaltenders in the shootout. Jacob Markstrom, who gets this started, has a .741 save percentage. He's faced 116 shots in shootouts. You see, we've had it around for a while. The shot totals are getting up, aren't they?
Isn't it? And you think about the players too. This is so different. It's not an extra point on the line. You know, in years past, you've seen players get really creative and try to be fancy. It'll be interesting to see is they're as cold as the goaltenders are coming into this one.
So the way it works is because Jacob is from the Pacific Division, he faces Central Division shooters, and they will go all through the lineup with the captain shooting last.
You got 4 righties, 4 righties and 5 lefties here. Marky, if you need any help. Couple pretty skilled shooters here. Ice is good, so deking will be in play. You got Finn behind you too.
Minnesota Wild's Eric Stahl gets things started.
Oh, good start. Confidence builder.
Got to get the first one to get a streak.
This is a D-man.
Have to start a new one. Here's Mark Scheifele, one of the righties.
What are you seeing here, Marky? You seeing any trend?
Seeing a lot of shooters.
A lot of focus. Ah, there you go. He's got one blue with a goal, and that time Perron not able to find a handle. There's no time to rest, is there? He's got to be focused and get right back, ready to go.
Another D-man. Both D-men have scored.
Such a cheeky little shot, too, when you come down and you shoot a 5-ball. If it goes in, it makes the goalie look silly. And Pat Kane again getting booed by this St. Louis crowd. Harry tries it again.
And another of the Blues, Ryan O'Reilly.
High glove. There we go. There you go. Good call. You're welcome. This guy, really quick hands. Heads up.
Nathan MacKinnon. Really quick hands.
He out-quicked himself there, didn't he? Just
more juice. You're getting nervous.
Marky, you're in a little bit of a groove now.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be 5.
Yeah. It's $100 or 50. What would you say?
For the win, $100. Same guy, D-man, sneaky.
And that's it. So the total is 5. What was the bet, Kevin?
That's 5 was the bet, so I think it's a tie. But I'll give it to him because he just put in. It wasn't an over/under. It was right on 5. He just burned 1,000 calories, so I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
That seemed like a pace that's even quicker than the shootouts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just coming one right after the other.
Going to collect his money right off the bat. That is
5 bets a bet.
Yeah.
It's you.
Here's Tristan Jarry. What a story this is. He's at his first All-Star game from North Delta, British Columbia. A rink rat from the Sun God Arena gets a chance to face All-Star shooters and see if he can put together a streak better than 5. Let's join Carolyn down on the bench again.
Yeah, I'm with Chris Letang and Alexander, 7 years old. Who's your favorite hockey player, Alexander?
My dad.
That is the correct answer. Do you have any advice for him here? What should he do? 5-hole, glove side?
He should do the hockey ones that they're shooting.
He should go in and try and score?
Yeah.
Who are you most excited to see here, other than your dad?
I'm most excited to see the mascots and all that.
Oh, we love the mascots. Chris, what's it like to have your family here?
It's amazing. I don't know how many more I'm gonna do, but to have him experience it with me, it just makes it special.
Just make sure he meets the mascots, or else it's all for naught.
Yeah, last year it was all about the mascot, and apparently this year again.
Okay, do you want to call the next shot for us? Just pretend you're in the booth. Call what you see.
Oh, I don't know. He has so much skill. I don't know. Like that. It's too hard. He's too good. I would say he's gonna go backhand. That's my guess. No, I say I'm bad.
He should have.
Shouldn't be a goalie.
Who was your favorite player growing up as Alexander sits here and watches the Stars of today?
Actually, I had many, but Pavel Bure was one of them. I thought his style was exciting to watch. The speed. I would say Pavel Bure.
Chris, thanks very much. Alexander, have fun.
Yeah, you.
Thanks. I'll have fun too. Jim?
David Pastrnak hit the net. There's been 8 shooters. I think only 4 of them have actually hit the net. Jarry made one spectacular left toe save.
Weber fan on his first one. He made no mistake on that one.
Weber started it off and he did a fake slap shot. Can you imagine as the first guy if he went in and just ripped it on the poor guy?
Well, Tristan Jarry with 4 in a row, but the first 3 never really even became a shot. This was his first save. It ended up being the 4th of his best saves. So you still have Markstrom at number 1 with 5 and Jarry number 2 with 4.
It just seems amazing to me that you could get anything more than 4 or 5 in a competition against these shooters. It'll be Frederik Andersen decked out in his new mask and his new pads. And he'll be up against the Metropolitan Division. The Metropolitan Division is on fire. The great shooters, many of the best players in the NHL this season.
Usually when you see a goalie with bright white pads, it's not a good sign.
They haven't been hit yet.
They didn't get hit hard there.
Well, again, this is where you do see just different shooters coming in, trying different things, and they're off the post and in. The bad sound of the goaltender hearing that.
You know, goalies have a book on almost every shooter, but they're coming so quick one after another. I wonder if they have a chance to actually think about what he's going to do.
Or even think about who it might be and then process it. Rookie, second-year player Nico Hischier.
Oh, we got a double pump on that one. That one looked like it was going to slide over, and Andersen able to get just a piece of it there.
Defensemen are sneaky good. D-men will be sneaky good in shootouts, and like I said, goalies don't usually have a book on them because they don't shoot a whole lot.
Wouldn't have a book on Jacob Slavin.
Well, Austin Matthews looking on, watching his teammate Freddie Andersen. Try and make a save on TJ Oshie. Freddie Andersen, actually, he just said he's so happy to be here because he's a sports fan. He loves, sure, hockey, but tennis, so watch. He just got back from Augusta National with some of his teammates playing golf, so happy to be here and always a sports fan, Jim.
And a tie at 5.
Yes, a tie between Frederik Andersen and Jacob Markstrom.
And Anderson has got Matthews at least on the ice on his mask, as he's got himself and Marner and Matthews, but looked like he was maybe going to take the lead there, but that last one found a way in the back of the net. There's that double save as Kreider tried to slide it back and stayed with it, kept the toe there and able to keep it out.
As we get set to watch Connor Hellebuck, let's go down to talk with David and one of Connor's teammates.
That's right, Mark Scheifele. Your teammates getting ready for what won't be easy when you look at this Pacific Division. What advice did you give them?
Stop the puck.
What's the book? You're a student of the game. I know you follow all these players. You see a defenseman coming in. It's harder to read the defenseman. We saw Pietrangelo score 2 goals in your game. What do you think Gio's going to do here?
I think Gio's probably going to come shoot. I think he's going to try to go cross-body. He's going to go cross-body, high glove.
Is that the book on your goalie?
No, it's not. I can't give away the secrets, but I just think that's what Gio's going to do. He's not going to deke. I think he's going to try a shot, and
all right. Well, let's see what you got. If you got a little Tony Romo in you and you can see the future, let's see what Gio does. He's thinking about it. One quick comment on you. Matthew Barzal dethrones the champ. Were you surprised?
a little bit, obviously. You know, Connor's the greatest skater in our game, you know, maybe ever. You know, but there's so many good skaters. We were talking before, the amount of good skaters that were lined up, you know, looking at them all, we're like, these guys are so fast, it's insane. So that's pretty cool.
Here goes Gio.
Oh, he went blocker. Nice save, Bucky. Attaboy.
What about Kopitar?
I think Kopitar's going to try to go backhand 5-hole.
Tried to slide it through. You know, you and Matthew have been talking a lot. What's he going to do?
He's going to do something fancy, I think. I think he's going to try something between the legs, behind the back. Oh, called it.
Called it. You got to score when you do that, right?
You have to. You have to.
What about Leon?
I think Leon's going to go backhand.
Got him 5-hole. And Petey, he's slick.
He's so silky. He's a fun player to watch. You know, you watch him in a game. He does so many things well. It's pretty special to watch for a young kid.
Going to be a 50-goal scorer one day, isn't he?
Oh, for sure. He shoots the puck, but like his passing ability, his skating ability, you know, even the D zone for being a young guy, he navigates around the zone really well. So it's you know, he's definitely one of the guys I like to watch out there.
Connor's on a little bit of a roll now.
Yes.
It's 3 in a row. And now Max Pacioretty, who's here with his 4 kids.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I know Blake Wheeler talked last year how special it was to have his kids out here and you know, should be able to share it with them. So it's pretty.
No stopping that.
You gotta be better than that.
Oh wow, that was wild. All right, let's move back to you, Jim. Thanks, Mark.
Well, that was a good way to finish that streak off. By the way, Frederik Andersen has been credited with 7 consecutive saves and has taken the leader over Jacob Markstrom. And Connor Hellebuck finishes with 4, and we'll turn things over to Big Save Dave. Dave Riddick of the Calgary Flames. And Pacific goaltenders will face the Central Division once again, so we'll see all the St. Louis Blues once more.
Well, at least you have a little bit more of a read on all the Western Conference teams and players that you play a little bit more of.
How you feeling? You look great. Huh?
And a little thing about Riddick this morning, when I was here, he was one of the only goalies, the only one I saw that was on the ice early with his gear, warming his post up. So he wants to do well in this event.
Starts off with a bang. Nice save on Eric Stahl.
You think how tight the Pacific Division is right now, and the goaltenders are going to play a big part in deciding who finds the top of that. So Riddick, really honored to be in this position of playing here this weekend, but he's going to have a busy down the stretch with some big games.
And I think it's a little bit of an advantage that he's already seen these guys shoot, because most guys only have 1 or 2 go-to moves. So now you're getting their 3rd and 4th moves here.
Still coming pretty fast, and obviously practice made perfect. Oh, cheeky.
Yeah, was that ever. Just froze him, got him to open up, and that one looks good when you score. It looks bad if you go right in between its pads.
Nothing for Patrick Kane, except the raining of booze.
To the fans' delight.
That's just so hard to stop when you move the puck. You move your body laterally, you move the puck laterally, and it's a long way to go for Riddick to try to get to that.
How does he backhand that upstairs like that with that hook on the end of his stick?
He's perfected it, hasn't he?
Top shelf for McKinnon.
And that ends Riddick there. And how about the puck control by McKinnon there? You mentioned fast hands and quick movement.
You talk about McDavid and how fast his hands are, and there's only some guys that can skate and handle the puck at the same speed. There's two right there. McKinnon is as good as, I think, McDavid.
And you can see it. You freeze the goaltender there with all that puck movement, and the shot is just where it's placed more than how hard it is.
Braden Holtby was actually smiling behind that mask as he gets set to face the Atlantic Division shooters.
Well, right before this event, I asked Braden Holtby, I said, do you like this event? And he looked at me, laughed, he said, nope, I hate it. He said, this isn't fun for a goaltender when you're having to face all these shooters. I said, who's the toughest person to face? He said, TJ Oshie. I said, oh, because, you know, from practice, he knows where to go. He's like, no, from TJ Sochi in the 2014 Sochi Olympics.
Yep.
Braden has now faced 160 shots against in shootouts in his NHL career. He's 52nd all time. Anthony Duclair. And a miss.
Huberdeau's a deker. His last goal was really nice. See if we can replicate it.
Nope.
And Matthew, you saw your brother just score there. Pretty nice.
Yeah, he had a good move there. So he made up for his first attempt. I didn't watch the first attempt, but what I've heard, horrible.
No one was as fancy as you, though. You went, what, through the legs, behind the legs?
I went trying to go behind my back, but Hellebuck threw his stick out on me and kind of threw me off a little bit. So, yeah, he didn't hit the net there. It would have been nice if he hit the net, but I didn't.
Well, what about your goalie? Such a big personality. For those who don't know David Riddick, what would you say about him?
Yeah, unreal guy. He's such a competitor. He's kind of changed our team in a sense when he came in. Like, he's such a light guy around the room, but he comes to work every day. He's so hard to score in practice. I'd say he's one of the hardest I've ever tried to score on.
Thanks, Matthew. Jim.
You can see why Braden Holtby hates the shootout, hates this competition, and he said it with a smile on his face. If you go into a tough game and then go into a shootout, you face the toughest shooters on each team. You don't face 10 of them from all different teams.
All
like in this
stars,
one.
first rounders, great players. Here's Eichel trying to end this streak, keep it at 4. That's pretty good.
So he gets to keep going. Anderson's at 7. But this one will end at 5.
And that's a lefty move, right? Come across the body, shoot at low blocker.
Almost impossible, isn't it?
If it hits the post or it comes close, it is almost impossible to save.
And here's Marner just trying to open the 5-hole, gets him frozen there, pulls it across and banks it off the right pad and down between the legs. It's a bad feeling. You could tell Holtby knew he had him on that one.
So it's another Atlantic Division goaltender now, Andrei Vasilevsky. I mentioned earlier he is second all-time in save percentage in the shootout. Best all-time is Mark Denis, who's now in the television business, but he didn't have as many shots. The best all-time save percentage in the shootout, over 100 shots against, Matthew Guerin. Remember him?
Yes, I do.
5 different teams.
Look at how aggressive Vasilevsky is here. He's already out to the hash marks and backing down.
He's a big body. If he's on the top of his crease, you have absolutely nothing to shoot at.
You really don't see the net, do you?
You have to deke him. Like that.
Oh, we've seen that movie before. The behind the back with the glove, got a piece of it as well.
He's out here far. He's almost challenging these guys to beat him with a deke. I like it.
Totally is, because you're not shooting from there when he's out 6 feet outside of his blue paint. As you mentioned, there's just no net. You can't see a thing.
He's clearly come in with a strategy.
Yeah, he has.
I'd be a team guy here and just waste one at him. Send a message.
Maybe come a little quicker. I think you almost need to come with some speed here to back him up, maybe get his timing on.
So did the hash marks.
The Patrick game where you stop and you slow down and change pace might work too.
Now he's even with Anderson at 7. If he makes this one, he takes the lead.
And guess who? TJ Oshie.
TJ Soshi.
I think he's having a little fun with this.
And he is the leader at 8. Nobody's getting anything when they get in tight on him. And he does the same thing every time. Get on and challenge them. Finally. But he's taken the lead.
That was pretty impressive, wasn't it? And I mentioned one of the great saves he had last year was a behind the... look at those eyes peering in as Barzal gets it past the stick, and he got a little pad and just an athletic move, and his eyes still fixated on that puck, but what a save that was.
I know these guys are having fun out here, but is that maybe going to be the start of a new trend? I guarantee you the goalies are watching that and thinking, wow, this is working.
Come out aggressively and try not to overreact.
Maybe I should try to implement that in my shootouts. You never know.
Wonder what Jordan Binnington will do. He's the most popular goaltender in the building tonight. And he faces the Pacific Division, and he's got to make 10 saves in a row to win $30,000 at this contest.
Giordano's never had this many breakaways in his life.
And Binnington comes way out. And Gio lost the puck.
On purpose, he tried the Kucherov.
Look at the difference, though. He's only a couple of feet outside of his crease, as opposed to Vasilevsky right out by the hash marks.
The Chuck's an entertainer here. He's got another move, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think that was the bailout move, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's giving the people what they want.
Nope, not quite long enough.
There's one for you right here. Pettersson's got something special. Just kidding.
Well, it's amazing how slow the players. Nobody's really coming with much speed at all.
Quinn Hughes off a post.
What do we got here? Uh-oh.
Thomas hurdle. It's the Beeb in town. If you've been on social media, you know about the Bieber-Binnington challenge, and it will happen, just not tonight. Here's the Bieber impersonator on Binnington.
It was gonna be good. You have to wonder how he's seeing out of those. Eyes are cut pretty tight there, aren't they?
A little bit bigger, a little bit more check than Bieber.
Bieber and Binnington are committed to this challenge, and it will happen. It's just busy schedules and a hard one to line up. But I'm guessing that it might happen on one of the late night shows, maybe NBC's late night show.
Gotta love it.
We had something similar in Vancouver where Michael Bublé came out and did a breakaway on Luongo. Luongo poke checked him and he went head first into the boards. Didn't even get a shot on that.
Be careful with that, don't you? The crowd's delight there as you, much like we saw with McKinnon, just the quick hands there by McDavid trying to get him down and out.
He's got it to 7. We shouldn't be surprised about this at all. One more for the top.
What a 12 months it's been for number 50, wasn't it?
Public enemy number 1 misses.
For the win. Oh, I get the goal post.
We have a winner. reversed the save on Beeb's hurdle.
Never in doubt on that one. Draisaitl with the chance. Watch, he has him down. It's almost like he didn't know that he was dead in the water there, and instead he looked back off the post and the crowd goes wild. Great job for Binnington hanging in there.
That was special for Binnington, as many things have been over the past year.